I dated a beloved small-town firefighter, the guy everyone called a hero, until I hid in the backseat of his truck after a shift and heard what he really said to the little sister he claimed to rescue. He was 30, the captain of our local fire department, the guy who pulled a 3-year-old out of a burning house last year, who coached the local kids' soccer team, who everyone in town trusted with their lives. We met when he responded to a small kitchen fire at my apartment, and for 4 months he was the safest, most reliable man I'd ever been with. He checked in on me every night after his shift, taught me how to use a fire extinguisher, and talked constantly about how he'd raised his 17-year-old sister after their parents died in a car crash when she was 8. I brushed off every red flag as the stress of his job. He never let me meet his sister, saying she was rebellious and hated meeting his girlfriends. He grounded her for months at a time for tiny mistakes, saying he was keeping her safe. He checked her phone every single night, claiming he was making sure she wasn't talking to bad guys. He got furious when I suggested she might need more freedom, saying I didn't understand what it was like to raise a kid. He always had a second phone in his gear bag that he never let me touch. That night, he finished a 12-hour shift and told me he had to drop off some school books for his sister at her friend's house before he came over. I'd left my jacket in the backseat of his truck, so I climbed in to grab it while he ran inside the station to grab his bag and ducked down when I heard him coming back, wanting to surprise him. The first reversal hit 10 minutes later when he pulled up to a rundown trailer park, not a nice house in the suburbs, and called his sister, his voice cold as ice. "You have 2 minutes to get out here," he snapped. "If you make me wait, you're not going to prom at all." That was the first crack. He wasn't dropping off books, he was picking her up from somewhere he'd forbidden her to go. The second reversal landed when she climbed in the front seat, her eyes red from crying, and he screamed at her for 10 minutes straight, calling her a worthless slut, a disappointment, a waste of his time, saying he should have let her go into foster care after their parents died. He wasn't raising her out of love, he was holding her hostage, controlling every single part of her life, punishing her for daring to have a life of her own. The third reversal hit when she begged him to let her go to college out of state, and he laughed, saying he'd already withdrawn her applications, that she was going to the local community college so she'd never leave him. He told me he was so proud of her for applying to Ivy League schools, that he was helping her write her essays. It was all a lie. The fourth reversal hit when I sat up in the backseat and she saw me and screamed at him to stop the car, begging me to help her. I told her I'd get her out of there, that she didn't have to live like this. The fifth and final reversal broke my heart. She turned on me screaming that I was a liar, that I was trying to ruin her brother's life, that he was the only person who ever cared about her. She'd been so gaslit, so broken by his control, that she couldn't see he was the one hurting her. He drove me back to my apartment, broke up with me, and told the entire town I was a crazy stalker who'd broken into his truck. Everyone believed him. He's still the town hero. She still lives with him. I still see her at the grocery store sometimes, her eyes down, never looking up. I still wonder if I should have done something differently. I still don't know if I could have saved her.